Hello everyone, Stazima here, back again with another Halo 4 video commentary. Thank you so much for joining me today, and today we're talking about a very important topic for the future of the next Halo trilogy, and this would be the Halo 4 loadout packages. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the concept, in each loadout that you make in Halo 4, you're going to be able to choose two packages for this. You're going to be able to choose one called a tactical package and one's called a support package. Now, the tactical packages are more active abilities, they're more strong, and they're overall just the better abilities. And then the support ones are just pretty much the ones that back up your tactical, your regular, your weapon set, all that great stuff. So I'm going to run through these things, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the whole concept of packages at the end of the video. First of all, the tactical packages, we only know two so far. The first one would be called the Firepower package. Now, this allows you to carry two primary weapons simultaneously. I'm assuming that this means that you can edit your loadout so you can spawn with two primary weapons. For example, you can spawn with a DMR and a BR. You can spawn with a DMR and an assault rifle instead of just a DMR and like a pistol and a secondary weapon. Or it could mean, because the picture is actually of a Spartan laser, I'm not sure why. Maybe in Halo 4 you cannot hold two heavy weapons at the same time. For example, you can't hold like a Spartan laser and rockets at the same time. Maybe this package will let you override that and allow you to carry two kind of heavy weapons at the same time. But I'm going to go with my first guess there. I'm not exactly completely sure yet because these things are pretty fuzzy because the full details have yet to come to light. To me, this package really seems like it's too weak for people to actually fully use. I really think it's going to be one of those default packages that ships with the game that everyone's package or everyone's loadouts will have at the beginning of the release date. And then the other tactical package is actually the much better one. It's called the Shield package. Now, this one has your shield recharges faster. It has a faster recharge time. That has the possibility of being overpowering the other packages. Once again, I don't know how many packages that there will be overall, and I don't know how fast the shield recharges, but compared to the Firepower package, the Shield package really dwarfs it in terms of how useful it could possibly be. For me, this will be one that you probably have to unlock after a little while of playing, and I think it'll be a fan favorite. This is definitely the one that I would use in the tactical package. It's just the most useful, and that could be possibly broken when you're just running around the corner and your shield recharges so much faster than someone else, so you can pop back out and shoot them if they don't have the shield recharge package. It could be really helpful in duels and things like that, especially combined with the fact that you can sprint away, wait for your shield to recharge faster than the other person, and then just pop out and shoot them out and kill them. So there are only two tactical packages that we know of so far. I am expecting more. I'm expecting at least 5 tactical and support packages each. Now, support packages are less strong, more passive abilities, like I said before, and they're actually mostly called upgrades, not packages. So let's get into these. First one is the ammo upgrade. This is pretty straightforward. It allows you to carry more ammo. This is probably definitely a default package, and it's definitely not something that people will stick with. It's definitely one that probably ships with the game, that's going to be in all your packages in the default. And running out of ammo really isn't a problem and throughout the Halo series. I mean, sometimes you run out of DMR ammo in Halo Reach or whatever, but I mean, you can just easily go up and pick that around. I mean, it's not a reason for me to actually carry a package so that I can carry more ammo. It's not a problem that much, especially when you have the power weapons and stuff like that. They don't spawn often enough for you to have to carry more ammo than is necessary in them. So I really think the ammo upgrade may be a little redundant. It's definitely not going to be one of the more used packages. The next package we have is actually called the Sensor Upgrade package. Now, it quote, heightened locational intel of all nearby enemies. Now, I have no idea what that means, but in the description it also says that it affects both range and sensitivity. While I don't know what sensitivity is, maybe it gives you the altitude like in Halo Reach. Maybe that's not default anymore, and you need this package to be able to see the altitude of the enemies, like if they're faded or if it's a triangle showing that they're above you, things like that. Or maybe you'll be able to see people if they're crouched but they're still moving. You'll be able to see them on your radar. Maybe. We don't really know fully yet because we don't have all the details on that. But the range is a really big thing, and it's actually kind of a game changer for this package. 25 meters is the normal range of your sensor in Halo Reach and in Halo 3. if it changed even to just 30 meters, if it jumped up 5 meters, that would be a huge advantage. That would change the game so much more than many people realize. Having such a larger radar would allow you to plan out so much more stuff, would allow you to see more key regions of the map so much more clearly. This one combined with Promethean Vision, a sensor upgrade plus Promethean Vision, that is a match made in heaven. Very, very overpowered combination right there, possibly in the future that we haven't seen yet. This is definitely one of the higher level upgrades that I've seen so far, possibly overpowering, but this is definitely one that I would use if I was going to have to choose a support package. Now, the last support package is called the Awareness Upgrade, and we know that it provides some sort of extra HUD indication when you're in a scope. Possibly when you have a sniper rifle and you aim at an enemy, it like highlights them in red, it shows them and it tracks them, maybe has an arrow over their head. It could possibly be useful, maybe if you're like a hardcore sniper or a hardcore DMR on like a very large big team battle map or something like that. Maybe it would be useful, but to me it's not as useful as the sensor upgrade with that range. It all comes back to the range, and it all comes back to balance. Balance is the key in multiplayer games. I have so much respect for whoever's job it is to balance out the multiplayer, because there is no easy way to do that. No one goes and tells you how to balance the game, or there's no set instructions on how to balance it, how to make sure everything's nice and even so that everything's fair. It's a really difficult job. To give you guys a brief rundown on balance, there has to be some kind of drawback to stop people from using overpowered options. For example, on a little smaller weapons scale, if you have the rocket launcher in Halo Reach, it only has a 2-round clip and it also is slow to reload. So that's kind of its drawback. Or it has to have an equally good option so people choose each 50% of the time. For example, hypothetically, let's say that there were only those 2 tactical packages in the game. Say that there was only the firepower and only the shield package in the game, and people could choose whichever one they wanted. I would say that most people would go for the shield package because it has a bigger improvement and a more active effect on you. So let's say players hypothetically choose the shield package 80% of the time. Now 80% of the players are running around with improved shields throughout the entire game, and then 20% of the firepower packagers are left at a disadvantage shield-wise because it's so noticeable. Maybe it's so noticeable that they switch over because it's so overpowering their shield package. So now 95% of the players in the entire game are using the shield package and only 5% are using the fire package. So the shield package might as well just become a default part of the game, since if you don't use it, you're automatically at a disadvantage. Because so many players use it, you're automatically at a disadvantage if you're not using it because it is so overpowering. That is obviously a very small and hypothetical example because we do not know the full scale or scope or power of any of these packages, but not all of these packages are known yet. But to me, what we see right here, they seem unbalanced. For me, the vast majority of the players would just choose the shield package and the sensor upgrade. Those to me seem to really stick out as very, very powerful and possibly overpowering all the other. A developer cannot rely on the community and the people who are playing the game to not go for the most powerful abilities. They have to bet when they're balancing a game that people are automatically going to go. If they see an option, if they see a flaw, if they see a weakness, if they see the most powerful armor ability, everyone is going to automatically choose that. That's what they have to assume in order to balance the game correctly. And so we've reached the very core worry for me of Halo 4, and that would be balance. People who have played Halo 4 at RTX and at events like E3 don't know the full story. They can't tell you if the game is fully balanced or not because they've only seen like a little slice of the game. They've seen one pizza slice when there's an entire pizza pie right there in front of them that they haven't seen yet. When Halo 4 is released unadulterated, unrestricted, with every armor ability, with every package, with every loadout, with every weapon, with every map, with every game type, it will be an entirely new beast that no one has ever seen before, and it will be completely unpredictable what people do with it, how the balance goes, how these armor abilities play out, how everything goes. It usually takes a few months at least for a game's true colors to show because people will have to go ahead and unlock all the different weapons and packages and armor abilities. And once people unlock all the options and choose each one and go through each and see which ones are the best, then the game's true colors will really show. If the game is if Halo 4 turns out unbalanced somehow, And I'm a pessimist because I just have to be. I have to look at the negatives, see what's going on. I love all the positives, but I have to look at the negatives because I love to analyze and see what the possibilities, downfalls of Halo 4 are, because that's my job. I don't want to be one of those guys who just kind of goes around and says, oh yeah, Halo 4 will be great, it'll be automatically amazing, I don't care what happens, it'll be amazing. It's my job to give you guys a good analysis of what could possibly go wrong with Halo 4, and then you can form your own opinions on this. I'm not trying to force my own opinion down you guys' throat. I want to help you guys formulate your own opinion on how Halo 4 will be before you even play it. I like to step back and look at the game from all angles before it comes out, before I even judge how it plays. But I'm going to have to wait until the game comes out before I make a final judgment. But until that time, I think that Halo 4 ultimately will be probably unbalanced in the armor ability and package department. I think the weapon department is pretty solidly locked down, it's pretty balanced, but many in the community will point to the lack of a true beta, which would have revealed all these balance issues and flaws. That's what people will probably point to if the game turns out unbalanced, which I think that it probably will because I'm a pessimist. But in conclusion, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love Halo. I love Halo 4. It's probably going to be an interesting experience, to say the least. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, leave a comment with your thoughts, your opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time.